Teams that were down and out in the game eventually came out as triumph courtesy of their magical performances. Hello, friends, I am Goransh Bhardwaj, and today we are going to discuss about the Saturday's doubleheader, the afternoon game between KKR and Delhi Capitals at Abu Dhabi, and the evening game between Kings 11 Punjab and Sunrisers Hyderabad. So, KKR have eventually managed to top this match between against Delhi, courtesy of some of the magical performances by Sunil Narayan, Nitish Rana, and Varun Chakravarti, who was deservedly the man of the match for this encounter. As of now, KKR have their noses ahead of those who were trying to push them down so that they can qualify for the playoffs. So for those teams, they are able to sort of stranglehold that fourth position. So now moving on to the match, they were down and out within 8 or 9 overs. 9 overs, I think, 42 for three, with whole of the top order Shubman Gill, Rahul Tripathi, and Dinesh Karthik, the former captain, all gone, and Sunil Narain was promoted up the order ahead of Owen Morgan, who has now picked up the captaincy and is looking at himself being a finisher of this KKR innings. Now, but now. Then what happened was a magical knock of Sunil Narain. We always remember those magical knocks of Sunil Narain while batting up the order. Now it was for today. It was an impression. It was in middle order. Whether it is 50 of 19 the previous season against. Previous season against Royal Challengers Bangalore, whether it is yesterday against Delhi Capitals, 64 of 20, 24 or 25, striking at just uh, at 200, 200 to 220 mark. So what it did was it kept spinners at bay. You would be overawed by the fact that one of the world class spinners in the form of Ravi Ashwin gave away 30 runs in his 2 overs, and Akshar Patel 7 runs in his only over, and it allowed KKR to sort of stranglehold and build up their position in the middle order, middle overs that they were. That was not the strongest part of the 11 before, particularly when there is no Andre Russell. There was no Andre Russell in the match, and Sunil Rain also coming after a long break because of the suspected bowling action, and he turned the heat on. While what it did was turn on Nitish Rana also, who was playing quite of a sedate knock with run a ball or more than a run a ball, getting one boundary every over. So he was quite a playing anchor role till now. But when Sunil Narain arrived, it encouraged Nitish Rana to get over and get going, put on the accelerator pedal and get going. He did till the end, and courtesy of it, they got to 194, and a target of 195 looks daunting at this big ground of Abu Dhabi with these bigger dimensions. And what it does, the big targets, is it puts the pressure straight away on the chasing team, and the scoreboard pressure that the required run rate pressure, and that pressure was felt as now. Today was a match full of performances, a complete match for KKR. You could take that Pat Cummins also turned on the heat and took 2 wickets in the power play, 2 for 5 in in 3 overs or 2 overs, and getting the openers out. Shikhar Dhawan, who was looking in exceptional form, he got him out for only 6 runs. While Ajinkya Rahane, who replaced Prithvi Shaw because of his bad form, was out first ball. So plenty of thinking going on in the Delhi camp, and it was complete sort of performance for the KKR. And when the scoreboard was building in the 11th or 12th over, Varun Chakravarti was introduced, and when the scoreboard is building or the run rate is building, what the batsman does is they want to try and take on the spinners, and Varun Chakravarti is such a clever bowler. Remember, he's an architect, so he's a clever bowler, and he both straight line and lengths, and with these bigger dimensions, they weren't able to get on the top of it, and he bowled a magical spell of 5 for 20 and deservedly man of the match for that performances. Now moving on to night game between Kings 11 Punjab and Sunrise Hyderabad. Kings 11 Punjab got off to a flyer of a start, 61 for 1 in their 9 overs, courtesy of some big hitting boundaries from inform KL Rahul, who is number 1 in the orange cap race, the most runs, and Chris Gale has turned the fortunes for their side after his incoming. They've won almost 3 games in a row, and they're looking set for another playoffs. Now, what it does was in the back 10, they only got to a score of 126, and it sort of looked like a cakewalk for Sunrise Hyderabad, but it wasn't, as Punjab bowler replicated the same Hyderabad bowlers did. The pitch was a little bit on the slower side, stucking up a bit, so slower balls were very effective on that pitch, and well done for the Punjab bowlers, able to restrict the side under under 126, taking 6 wickets in the space of 13 runs. That is brilliant death bowling. Chris Jordan, one of the most experienced death bowlers, putting all his experience in his bowling, along with young Arshdeep Singh, those tailing Yorkers. He was bowling, and exceptional performance by Kings 11 Punjab. They are quite a rejuvenated side. They're looking after their win against RCB, and they're looking to turn on, and while they were languishing at the bottom in the first half of the tournament, they are now staring up the ladder and looking for a seat in the playoffs, in the playoffs race. So very big turnaround for those for that team. SRH lost another one, deep problems for them. So now moving on to tomorrow's game. Today's game. RCB would be seen in a green jersey against Men in Yellow, who would be, I think, playing for a consolation, because they are virtually out of this IPL, and RCB would be looking to win this match so that they can virtually book their place in the playoffs, and so plenty of excitement coming. RCB versus CSK, one of the fiercest rivalries in the afternoon game, and in the night there is Mumbai Indians versus Rajasthan Royals at Abu Dhabi. So RR now looking to win all the matches, while Mumbai Indians looking to tweak some of their batting order, looking not I said in my perspective they are looking, but in their perspective they look to back their players. And so I don't think there is going to be much changes unless Rohit Sharma comes back. And Saurav Tiwari has to go if Rohit Sharma comes back. So that will be the only change I think. Rajasthan Royals have to win all their matches, and Mumbai Indians are now first on the table and look to consolidate their position on the top. That's all from here. Stay tuned in, stay safe, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe this video for all the IPL updates. Thank you.